It's your boy Spoon coming at you all with another huge Supreme release. It's the 30th anniversary. Sorry y'all, I'm just getting a little emotional. They grow up so fast. Shut the fuck up, boom. Yes sir, it's the 30th anniversary for Supreme. That actually is a pretty cool accomplishment. When you just think about all these brands that just die off in like 1 or 2 years, like Denim Tears. Yeah, that's right, Tremaine. Fuck you, we're smoking your pack still, buddy. Man, Supreme though has a crazy drop list this week. I don't know how they're still doing it. I don't know how I'm still doing it. Y'all saw me drop, what, like 550 bucks last week, 400 the week before. Boys, I need a like. I'm not asking for a lot here, but I need a fucking like. Maybe click on an ad or two, cause I'm gonna be on the fucking streets eating cheese and crackers pretty soon here. I can't afford to do it again, but I'm going to. I already got my eyes on a very expensive item, so yeah, let's get into this video today. Let me know what you guys plan on going for, and let's just get started. Now, of course, before we begin the video, I do want to remind you guys, if you'd like to join my private Discord group browser, I'm in there every single day talking with the fellas. I write up every single week my favorite items to go for. We have slot providers to run their bots for you in case you're a little worried about copping an item. We cover every single release, not just Supreme, man. Sneakers, accessories. Honestly, like the only thing we don't offer is dating advice. I mean, look at me. I'm a lost cause, man. But yeah, if you guys would like to join the group, hit the top comment and get a free 7-day trial. Let's get into this drop though. Oh my god, man. This truly is a huge week. I'm not just clickbaiting y'all. There's such a sick variety in items. I don't know how Supreme's doing it. Like genuinely, they have to have the most dead weeks coming up soon here because it feels like every week just has several items I want to go buy. But let's start it off talking about these anniversary items. So yeah, it's the 30th anniversary of Supreme, and there's been a lot of hype for this t-shirts book they're coming out with now. It is a pretty unique idea. We've already seen a couple Supreme books. I got a couple of them up here. Y'all know Collector Boone. I got this Resell Supreme book. It's actually super sick, man. There's just tons of like old images inside of here. Let me know if you guys would like a video of me just like covering one of these old books, going through them with y'all. Yeah, I really do like when Supreme makes these books. I have another one as well up there, but I'm not gonna go through all those. So we're receiving this 3-book set coming in at $168, bruh. Oh my god, that price does really hurt, I have to be honest. For 3 books, like really, bro? I do love the idea behind it. I mean, there's not really great archiving of some of the older Supreme shirts. Like you have random tees from 2002 that are almost impossible to find on the internet. Is it gonna have resell? That's very dependent on if this is gonna be a re-released item that ends up in like bookstores and stuff. Some of these Supreme books, like the Resell one, you can literally buy off Amazon. But I was looking at this and I did not see any branding from some kind of publisher. I mean, this seems like a pretty easy book to make, right? Like it's literally just images of fucking shirts on every page. Kind of boring if you ask me. If these don't end up in stores, there's some potential. It's still $168. I don't see much profit. Hopefully they throw a freebie or two in here, man. Like I would love if we got a sticker, a poster or something. They've done that with some of the past books and those are half the reason I buy them, but I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna buy this one. Like, to be honest with y'all, $168 for a book that just doesn't have that crazy of images. These other books are a lot cooler in my opinion. I think it's kind of skippable. It'd been really cool if it actually came with the 30th anniversary t-shirt we're also receiving. I think they should have bundled them together. This anniversary tee, I've seen a lot of disappointment about it, and I can't blame people. I mean, we've had way better anniversary items already. This t-shirt, just, I don't know how they could have done it better. I know a lot of people kind of wish they put the signatures you have from all the old Supreme crew members and skate team all over the reprinted shirt, but in the grand scheme of things, first off, that would have been very difficult to print. It would have made the price a lot more, and second off, I don't even know if that would have looked that good. Like, it would have been cool and all, but I don't know. Shirts with signatures all around it like that, they remind me of like fucking 3rd grade and shit. We used to do that on each other's like T-ball shirts. And it looks fucking stupid, alright? Sorry. I don't really blame Supreme for not putting them all over the shirt. So we just get this little graphic of the tee, which also kind of looks goofy. Really, nobody wins here, man. I don't think Supreme was going to be able to pull off recreating the original shirt, but it also looks stupid the way they did it. So I don't know how they could have done it better. They've already redone some of the original shirts, like the Afro Skater, as well as obviously this taxi driver one, but they've never done the Basquiat one, which I think is my personal favorite. I'm sure there's some kind of licensing issue with Basquiat. They're great anniversary items for collectors, but a lot of people wanted a box logo or something, and yeah, kind of a bummer we didn't get one, I guess. There isn't any box logo in the lookbook, so I think people were really banking on it for this release, so yeah. Skippable items. Moving on, let's talk about some of these lookbook items that I just love, man. This is such a sick lineup of lookbook items. A lot of variety this week. Starting it it off, we have the Cricut CEO Micro Flipper Pocket Knife. Now, I'm actually an expert on micro flippers, which might shock some of y'all.
Damn, bro, you got the whole squad.
I can't tell you guys, they usually don't receive the warmest reception in the room, so these are gonna be skippable. Seriously though, we get a pocket knife like every season from Supreme. It's always the exact same shit. Ooh, Supreme logo with a knife. Like, I'm sorry y'all, I just can't get excited about these anymore. They're 78, which is way too much money. Like, a lot of the past ones have been 48, maybe 54. Like, 78 is a ridiculous price. I don't see much profit. There is only one color, maybe that helps it, but I'm not seeing it on this. I think it's kind of skippable. Maybe some of you guys will like it, but I just don't see people paying like 120, 130 for this knife. Moving on, we have a lot more fun of an item, the MLB Team's box logo New Era. Now, if you didn't know, Supreme and MLB are actually in a licensing partnership right now where Supreme's been doing MLB releases very often. I love to see it. It genuinely shocks me to my fucking core that the MLB, the most boomer league of all time, is actually the ones that are allowing Supreme to use their logos. Like, y'all, NBA, NFL catch up. These are actually really cool. You got a Supreme box logo, like your typical New Era, but it comes with a little hit of a team logo. Several different teams on these, the Atlanta Braves. Why are the Detroit Tigers getting, like, bro, who gives a fuck about the Tigers? Sorry, Detroit fans. The White Sox, worst team in the league, dope. Should have been the Cubs at least, but you also got like the Giants, the Yankees, the Braves, the Dodgers. There's some really good teams here. Now, of course, Yankees. I mean, I have to say it. The Yankees fitted, New York, Supreme. It just makes sense, man. The last Yankees fitted they did with Supreme, the kanji ones, those hit crazy prices. They were a lot cooler than these, don't get it wrong, but I think these have a lot of potential to have good ceilings. They're gonna rise in their price over time to 100 plus. I would not be stunned at all. Now, only certain teams, I would imagine. I just actually sold a Supreme MLB balaclava. It was the Giants one, and that was for like 110 bucks. So people love their MLB logos with like their favorite brands. So I think these are a very good investment. They are very expensive, 68. The fuck are we doing? MLB's got to get their bag, I guess. But I would go for the Yankees, the Giants, or the Dodgers. Any three of those, I think, is actually a pretty good investment. It's not gonna be right away profit, but I mean, it's almost a for sure that these get to 100 plus, man. The MLB logo items just always age in their price. They did t-shirts, those aged incredibly well. It's just not an item that's gonna go out of style. People want to rep their teams, and it's got a huge Supreme box logo. Really good cop, bigger sizes. Yeah, I recommend at least getting one if you can hold on to it for the investment. Moving on, we have an item I've kind of been, you know, peeping game on in the lookbook a little bit recently. I'm glad it's finally coming out. The Ark Denim Coach's jacket. Now, I was actually looking at Coach jacket prices from the NYC Coach jacket from like 1 or 2 seasons ago. It's a pretty clean logo, nothing special, but some of the colorways are actually hitting 300 plus, and honestly, I think this is a way better design. It's a denim Coach's jacket, even nicer material. You got embroidery, a big Supreme hit. 178, man, I'm seeing it on this one. Now, the issue is it is going to be warm outside pretty soon here, and obviously this is not going to go hand in hand with the jacket, but come fall time, I wouldn't be stunned if 1 or 2 of these colorways is hitting the 300 range. My favorites are probably the purple or the green. Every color here is really nice. That yellow is sneaky gorgeous. The black, it's kind of boring, but I mean, it's always a solid one. The navy, probably my least favorite, but it's also, I don't know, it's kind of got like that classic Supreme look to it, so I love all of these. You are gonna have to hold on to it, but man, these are really good items that probably will not have a lot of long-term competition on the market. I would not at all be shocked to see these at 260, 270 when it's getting towards the end of summer. Probably a little bit higher even with like not many asks. There's not gonna be a huge stock of them. I really like this jacket if you can afford to hold it, of course. Now, I know everybody wants their quick money nowadays, man. Y'all don't want to be holding on to nothing, so you can hold these nuts, but we got the Mosaic short sleeve shirt for y'all, man. This is gonna be the banger of the week. If you know Supreme, you knew this one was gonna flip. That's why some of y'all watch me, man. If y'all didn't think this was gonna flip, I'm gonna put you on right now. This is a banger. This is probably the best short sleeve shirt we've gotten all season. They've like come out with no short sleeve shirts at all this season. Usually they come out with a couple of them, but I think they just killed it on this design so hard. They're like, drop the mic, bro, we're done. You got a big Supreme hit on the back. NYC Skyline, which they've actually used for a lot of different items, and they always tend to bang pretty hard on the market. The way they did this though, with the Mosaic look, like this is just such a nice button up, man. I absolutely love it. it. I would keep one for myself, but I honestly think they'll be selling so well, I wouldn't even want to justify it. $148, very easy price to pay. These are going to be going for $250 pretty quickly. Maybe they go down to like $220 at their lowest, I would see, but these are going to be a $300 shirt eventually, and unlike a lot of these other items, it's actually not going to die out when it's spring summer. If anything, it's going to turn up more. These are really a good item, man. I recommend them. I think it's going to be one of the first items gone. Any size is going to bang for this one. Maybe you have to give it a month or two. This is probably the best item of the week. I highly recommend going for them. They're going to fly, I'm not going to lie. They are going to sell out pretty quick, and if too many people are trying to quick sell them out the gate, maybe they flatline for a bit, but I'm very confident this is going to be a really good reselling item. It's going to go for at minimum $250 plus once it's like the heat of summer. Supreme hit on the back, skyline. The Mosaic design is so nice. This is one of the best original designs we've seen all season. Banger item right here. Might even go for one myself, but I don't think I'm gonna have a chance, man, because I'm doing a big cart with some other items. We'll talk about it, man. Next up, we got the pillow, the Jules Pillow Saint pillow. This is actually a really cool item. I'm stunned. This is only $178. I feel like I've seen Supreme come out with way shittier pillows that are just way more expensive. I mean, $178 for a pillow is tax as fuck. Let's not get it twisted, but it could have been so much worse, man. I was expecting $298 or something. I think these are actually really dope designs. I loved the long sleeve design they came out week 1 with this same print. The red one by far is the better option here. I just love the color added to it, man. It's really nice colors too, nothing too crazy or loud. This would look so good in my living room. It actually pains me because like they're taunting me, bro. They're like, buy me, but like I can't do it, Jules, whatever the fuck your name is. I can't be looking at this one this week, fellas. There's other items I want to buy. If it was a different week and it was just dead as fuck, I would honestly probably go get one of these. I don't see it reselling for much. Hopefully it is pretty limited. Got a little Supreme hit on it that's pretty visible. It's just, man, this is a really nice one. I don't really see much I think it needs way more branding for it to actually have like a lot of profit, but for the personal, this is a pretty dope one. Maybe down the line there's some crazy sales of it of like 300 or so, but it's gonna be a long hold and it's probably gonna flatline. Item like this never really undead stocks, so I don't recommend it. But damn, bro, you can either buy some like fucking books you read once in your life or a dope ass pillow you never use, but fuck it, man, it looks cool. I don't know, I would rather get this than the books. That's kind of why I want to skip on them, but I like this a lot. Probably won't flip. Next up though, we have an item that actually does have some potential. The wrapped half-zip hooded sweatshirt. Another really good item out of the lookbook. This honestly might be one of the best hoodies from the lookbook. You got a huge Supreme hit on the backside. I like the font of it a lot, and the colors are just so nice. I've been trying to figure out, like, this doesn't look like a black. It's a wash black, if anything. I'd call it more of like a shadow charcoal. I really like that black colorway a lot. Whenever we see these washed looks, they usually bang the hardest, so that's my favorite pick. But the brown's not bad. Is that a gray or a natural? I feel like it's a natural. It's not a bad one either, but the black one, if I were to buy, is probably my favorite here. All of these look like they're a nice wash color. They're $168. It is gonna be an investment, but I kind of like the half zip in the front. It has a huge Supreme hit, which is what you need for a hoodie with Supreme. I don't see these being very stocked at all. This is the type of hoodie all of a sudden is going for like $260, $270 in a couple months. It is gonna be summer out soon, so that does hurt it, but it's a good investment, man. I'm not gonna lie, it has some potential, kind of like the Ark Denim Coach jacket. Moving on, we have the sudden death football jersey, and I've been kind of going back and forth on this one. This does look to have embroidered hits all throughout it. You guys know how hard I like to hype those. Yeah, printed graphics, embroidered patch. Oh wait, hold on, dial it back, Boone. Some of these look embroidered, right? Some of these patches I think aren't embroidered on like the inner part. It just further confuses me of what to think with this. It's a really loud one. Like, that's not always a bad thing, but I'm not in love with any of the colorways here. They don't really resemble like a football team or anything, which usually helps out with these jerseys. I mean, maybe the Steelers, but that's not really like a Steelers color. It's $148 as well, which is a little more expensive for a jersey. That's gonna be what, like almost $160 something after fees, which that kind of hurts the profit margin, man. You're gonna have to get sales of like 200 plus, which is definitely doable for a jersey, but I just think there's kind of been better jersey designs lately. I mean, I like these. Like, if I were to buy one, I'd probably get that white one personally, but I don't know, man. There's just something about them that's kind of got me a little sussed out. I do think there's a Supreme hit on the backside. If there's not, that really hurts these, but I'm guessing there has to be a Supreme hit where the nameplate is. That'll definitely help out. I just don't think the branding's quite visible enough on these to get people stoked for them. It probably is still a good hold item, but it's not the type of jersey I'd be buying like 3 of these, which I usually do with the jersey weeks. There's just so many other good items this week as well, man. Definitely an interesting one. I think the white might be the best out of the 3, maybe the black. The teal, I mean, I like it, but I don't think it's one of the best options. This one I'm a little challenged with, man. I don't know what to think, so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, but I think it's a bit of a risk. It's definitely a hold. Moving on, we got these scrip baggy denim shorts. This is a really cool item. Like, you just got a nice classic Supreme scrip logo. Nice washes on these as well. I'm definitely a fan, but unfortunately, when it comes to denim shorts with Supreme, it's not usually a banger item. I know we just had the Nike week. Everyone's like, boom, the Nike one's doing great. Like, come on, guys. The Nike is helping that one out a ton. This Supreme logo is not very readable. There has been past Supreme denim shorts that have hit crazy on the market, I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty far and few between to get those crazy sales on denim shorts. Usually a very low sales volume item. These might not even fully sell out on the website. I would be skipping on them. There is some potential to get some lucky sales down the line, especially when it's spring, summer, especially when it gets warmer out, because again, this is a nice summer item, but I just think there's better investments this week I'd be a little more comfortable with. 138 is a little tax as well. If it was 128, I feel a bit better about it. I think these are gonna be skips. And next up, we got the Dogs Hooded sweatshirt. This one breaks my heart, man. If you guys saw my lookbook reaction, I was stoked they brought this design back. This is one of the few Supreme Grail items I've not copped yet. The Supreme Dogs for Life t-shirts. They go for like 300 bucks or so, which like, I can't pay that, bro. I just don't want to. I've been trying to find a steal on one, but it's so hard to find. These were back in like, what, 2007, 2008. This is an older graphic, but I have to say, on the hoodie, I love it. I wish it was on the front side though, because they use that sorry ass Supreme logo they always put on the corner pocket. Like, I just hate that logo, so it kind of kills this hoodie for me. I was actually looking at the Catwoman hoodie, where they also brought back an older Supreme design for, and those are bricking, man. Like, those sold out pretty fast on drop day, I remember. I thought they were gonna end up doing really nicely, but they've actually bricked pretty bad, so that kind of makes me a little more sketched out for these. Maybe people just don't care about these old Supreme classics like I thought. It wouldn't shock me, man. I'd be living in the past so much with this brand. This one doesn't have as much Supreme branding as that Catwoman one, which scares me. I will say a dog graphic does hit pretty nicely. People always love a good dog graphic, which is gonna help this out. Maybe the black color, but otherwise it's probably skippable, man. I think that other zip up hoodie we talked about might even have more potential just because it's gonna be more limited. These are pretty easy to make. It hurts me to say it. This should be a t-shirt, bro. This should have been on a tee. I would have loved it. Like, I'm actually kind of bothered it's not. Supreme, your t-shirts suck this season, man. Lock the fuck in. It's probably skippable though. Next up, we got the Futura lightweight balaclava, and yeah, it's gonna be a go on this, man. It's pretty easy to tell if these balaclavas are gonna spank or not. Usually if it's the knitted type, people don't really buy them just because you can only wear those in fall, winter. They're just a lot hotter to wear, but these lightweight ones, these are a go. You can rob people in broad daylight on a nice warm summer day. Black colorway all the way. I'm dropping fucking bars right now. And I actually have one of these scrip balaclavas. I have the black one. I also had a red that I gave away into my browser people, man. Shout out to y'all. Those are both going for like 60, 70 bucks now, and their retail was the same, 28 bucks, man. That's so cheap of a price to pay. I might even get all three, bro. The black is definitely the best without question. I think the camo's a sleeper. They don't do many camo balaclavas. The green might actually be skippable. The black on green's hard to read, man, but I think the black and camo are goes on this. They're gonna age up to 50, 60 bucks. It's a nice Supreme hit. Can't go wrong with it. I recommend you guys throw it in your cart. Should be an easy multi-cart item. And moving on, man. My favorite item of the week is a whole new way. Come on, brother. Wave varsity jacket. Oh my god, do I love this item. This one's grown on me more and more throughout the season. I saw my boy Yachty wearing it. I was like, oh hell no. They're not trying to do me like this, man. Nah, I need assistance here, guys. Which colorway do I go for, bro? I've been really back and forth with this because the black is a lot more wearable. I usually like to wear a white t-shirt underneath my varsity, so it would really go nicely with that. Good contrast. I just could see myself wearing it a ton, but that blue one's kind of special, man. It's got a lot more of the varsity look to it. I like the multicolor a little bit more. The black one just, if they put dark purple sleeves on the black one, it would be my favorite item of the season. I love my purple and green. I just don't love the old one color. I think the different color sleeves looks better. I don't know how they're gonna do, man. I have to say I'm pretty stumped on this one. I did get that tourist varsity jacket, the Cactus Plant Flea Market collaboration one. I actually ended up getting a quick sale of like 560 bucks on eBay. Its retail was $398, so I actually made good money off of it, but those ended up bricking, and I feel like they probably had more hype than this. I mean, it was Cactus Plant Flea Market item, but they're really doing pretty bad now, so I don't know if the same's gonna happen for this. It's again wool, which once it's spring, summer, man, it's over. It's over for this. It's gonna flatline pretty bad, but it does have some leather hits to it, which that other Tourist Varsity did not have, which might have hurt it in the long run. I think there's potential. It's only $4.98. It's actually a really good price for a Supreme Varsity. A lot cheaper than I was expecting. These Varsities can hit some insane prices if it's the right design. This is an older Supreme graphic, by the way. I didn't mention that. That's a huge reason I like it. It's such a cool graphic, man. I've always really enjoyed it. And I love when Supreme brings back these older graphics in different formats. Putting this on a Varsity, the big wave on the back. I just love it, man. The more I look at it, I'm like, boom. Fucking buy this shit, bro. Lock in. I feel like I might end up losing a little bit of money on it unless I can get a quick sell off, but man, if I lose like 40 bucks on it, it's worth it that I get to show it off to you guys, wear it on body, maybe get a cheeky little spit pick in it. I don't know. We'll find out, man. I think I'm gonna be copping one. Another big baller week from Boone, man. Lock the fuck in. Drop a like, bro. I've been trying to go crazy for y'all this season. I feel like we have, and we're gonna do it again. I'm getting one of these. I think it's a risky cop. Bigger sizes if you go for it. Bigger sizes Varsities always do a lot better. And if it's limited enough, it might flip, man. But I don't know which color is better. Let me know. My favorite item of the week, though, for the personal, I don't know about for profit. It's risky. Next up, we got the Our Lady work shirt. It's kind of crazy, bro. Supreme actually put my whole roster on this work shirt. So shout out to Supreme. I don't even know how y'all knew that. But seriously, this is probably gonna be a brick. Work shirts just don't have much profit with Supreme. Although it's cool, I guess. I don't love it or anything, so it's skippable. Wrap sweatpants. These are what, $158? Like, bro, what are we fucking doing? That's tax. Like, it's almost as much as the hoodie is. So I actually think these are pretty skippable. We have the Seersucker S Logo 6 panel, and man, I was gonna get stoked for these, then I saw they're fucking 54. Why? I don't get it, bro. 54 really hurts. That's a $60 S logo. These S logos can get to nice prices, although it feels like lately they've been just coming out with them so often that they kind of get to 70, 80 and this flat line there. They haven't done a Seersucker one before. I do like Seersucker material, nice springtime feel to it, but 54, I don't know, man. The black, maybe. That pink is pretty nice, but at that price, I think these are kind of skippable. Unfortunate too, because I thought it was a nice S logo, but maybe for the personal, maybe if you want to hold on to it for a while. I'm not going to re-release a Seersucker material, so that does give it more chance of aging, but it's going to be a pretty long hold, so I think it's skippable. Next up, Opium Boys, the baggy leather shorts. Now, of course, the Opium Boys are going straight to Panda Buy. They're not going to pay whatever the fucking retail is for these. I know it's expensive. I even got to look. These are clean and all, but man, baggy leather work shorts, I ain't wearing them. Finally, the Scrip Logo 6 panel. I like the tan one, like as like a 90s throwback item, but I mean, I wouldn't wear these myself. They're definitely skips, so that's gonna do it for the week. Actually, a huge week with some very interesting diversity in these items. We got the anniversary pieces for my collectors if they want them. Those books, maybe if they're not like a collaboration, they don't end up on Amazon, have some chance of aging over time. I'm not gonna bet on it. Box Logo New Eras, I think those are a good cop. At least the Yankees one, man. Maybe the Dodgers, the Giants. There's definitely some potential. They're gonna be longer holds, but I see it long term, man. Ark Denim Coach's jacket, kind of a riskier hold. Same with the Halfzip Hooded sweatshirt. I do think these will hit like 250 plus. It's just a matter of how long will it take. Mosaic short sleeve shirt, my favorite item of the week. I definitely think you guys should be going for one to flip. Sudden Death, I'm kind of torn on, but I think long term, one of these colors might end up doing pretty decent. Futura lightweight balaclava, should be copping these boys. I really like these myself. I was a smart man not buying a $500 Varsity. I'd probably get a lightweight balaclava and a Mosaic shirt and a double cart. But finally, the wave Varsity that I'm gonna be going for, it's probably gonna end up bricking somehow just because I buy it. But let me know which color I should cop. I think it'll be a dope item to unbox. But yeah, it's Big Boy Boone. I hope you guys enjoyed. Big ass week. I gotta get to editing, man. I'm out. I'll see y'all for the live cop. Peace.